Who were the Sea Peoples? Why are they significant in ancient history? These are questions that have intrigued historians and scholars for centuries. The Sea Peoples, a confederation of naval raiders who harrowed the coastal towns and cities of the Mediterranean region roughly 3,000 years ago, have left an indelible mark on the annals of history. Yet, despite their profound influence on the ancient world, their identity remains shrouded in mystery. They appear suddenly in historical records, wreak havoc on established empires, and then just as abruptly vanish. The Sea Peoples are not just a historical curiosity, they represent a pivotal moment in the ancient world, a catalyst that precipitated the collapse of the Bronze Age. Their story is a detective tale across time, piecing together clues from archaeological finds, ancient texts, and painstaking research. So, stay tuned as we delve into the mysteries surrounding the Sea Peoples. The identity and origins of the Sea Peoples remain a subject of speculation and debate among historians. Over the centuries, a variety of theories have sprung up in an attempt to shed light on these enigmatic seafarers. Some scholars propose they originated from Western Anatolia or the Aegean Islands, while others suggest they may have hailed from the Italian peninsula or even as far as the Atlantic coasts of Europe. Intriguingly, the Sea Peoples are not a single homogeneous group, but rather a confederation of different tribes and cultures. Names like the Denyen, the Sherden, the Looker, the Peliset, and more echo through the ages, each representing a distinct faction within this maritime coalition. Ancient sources offer us tantalizing glimpses into their world. The Egyptians, for instance, left behind detailed inscriptions depicting encounters with the Sea Peoples. In one of the most famous, Pharaoh Ramesses III describes a chaotic conflict, a war of the sea, in the 12th century BC, where he claimed victory over these seaborne invaders. Hittite records, too, speak of the Sea Peoples. Correspondences between the Hittite king and the ruler of Cyprus mention the Looker, one of the Sea Peoples, underscoring their presence and influence in the eastern Mediterranean. The identity of the Sea Peoples is further complicated by the absence of a written record of their own. We have no texts penned by the Sea Peoples themselves, no first-hand accounts of their journeys, battles, or customs. We see them only through the eyes of the civilizations they encountered and often threatened. This paints a picture of a complex, diverse, and powerful maritime force, one that left a significant impact on the ancient world. Yet many questions remain. Who were these Sea Peoples truly? Where did they come from? What drove them to take to the seas? And where did they ultimately end up? Despite their mention in various ancient sources, the true identity of the Sea Peoples remains shrouded in mystery. The Sea Peoples are infamous for their invasions and conflicts with ancient civilizations. Their military prowess and relentless assaults were a force to be reckoned with. These maritime marauders, as they're often called, made their mark on history with a series of invasions that disrupted the balance of power in the ancient Near East and the Mediterranean. The Sea Peoples' most notable conflicts were with the two superpowers of the time, the Hittite and Egyptian empires. Let's delve into these conflicts to understand the might of the Sea Peoples. The Hittite Empire, a formidable power in Asia Minor and the Levant, was one of the first to fall victim to the Sea Peoples' invasions. This empire, which had stood strong for over 500 years, was brought to its knees in the late 13th century BCE. The Sea Peoples' raids were so severe that they resulted in the complete destruction of the Hittite capital, Hattusa, leading to the collapse of the empire. This event marked a dramatic shift in power dynamics in the region and is considered one of the most significant events of the late Bronze Age. The Sea Peoples' invasions were not limited to the Hittite Empire. They also clashed with the Egyptian Empire, one of the most powerful kingdoms of the ancient world. The Egyptians recorded two major clashes with the Sea Peoples, the first during the reign of Pharaoh Meneptah and the second during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses III. Meneptah's conflict with the Sea Peoples was a defensive one. The Sea Peoples, allied with the Libyans, attempted to invade Egypt but were repelled by the pharaoh's forces. This battle, known as the Battle of the Delta, marked the first recorded conflict between the Egyptians and the Sea Peoples. The second clash with the Sea Peoples occurred during the reign of Ramesses III. The Sea Peoples attempted another invasion of Egypt, but the pharaoh's forces once again repelled them. Rameses III recorded his victory in detail on the walls of his mortuary temple known as Medinet Habu. The inscriptions tell a tale of a fierce naval battle in the Nile Delta, where the Sea Peoples met their defeat. These conflicts with the Hittite and Egyptian empires illustrate the Sea Peoples' military might and their disruptive influence in the ancient world. They were capable of challenging the most powerful empires of the time, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Their invasions reshaped the political landscape of the ancient Near East and the Mediterranean, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. The invasions by the Sea Peoples struck fear into the hearts of the mighty empires of the time. Their story serves as a stark reminder of how quickly the tide of history can turn and how even the mightiest of empires can fall. The invasions by the Sea Peoples had significant impacts on the ancient civilizations they encountered. They were like a storm sweeping across the Mediterranean, leaving profound changes in their wake. One of the most significant impacts was the decline of the Hittite Empire. This once mighty civilization, which had ruled vast territories in what is now modern-day Turkey and Syria, crumbled under the onslaught of the Sea Peoples. But the Hittites weren't the only ones affected. The invasions also disrupted trade routes across the eastern Mediterranean region. Imagine for a second bustling marketplaces suddenly falling silent. The once vibrant trade routes now eerily quiet. This disruption of trade had a domino effect, leading to economic instability and social upheaval in several ancient civilizations. Moreover, the Sea Peoples didn't just invade, they also settled in the regions they conquered, bringing with them their own culture and traditions. This resulted in a cultural fusion, a blending of ideas and practices, which reshaped the socio-cultural landscape of the ancient Mediterranean. Now let's delve into the realm of theories. Some historians believe that the Sea Peoples played a significant role in the late Bronze Age collapse, a period marked by the fall of several major civilizations. While there's no concrete evidence to fully substantiate this claim, it's a theory that has gained traction over the years. The logic, well, the timeline of the Sea Peoples invasions aligns with the onset of the collapse. It's like fitting pieces of a puzzle, and while we might not have all the pieces, the picture is starting to take shape. In conclusion, the impact of the Sea Peoples invasions was far-reaching. From the fall of empires to the disruption of trade and cultural fusion, their presence altered the course of history. The arrival of the Sea Peoples marked the end of an era for many ancient civilizations. The Sea Peoples left a lasting legacy and many unanswered questions in their wake. They remain enigmatic figures in the annals of history, elusive and yet profoundly impactful. Their invasions reshaped the political landscape of the ancient world, and their influence echoes through time, forever etched in the memory of the civilizations they encountered. Modern scholarship continues to grapple with the mysteries surrounding the Sea Peoples. Where did they originate from? What were their motivations? And perhaps most intriguingly, what was their ultimate fate? Despite extensive research and archaeological discoveries, these questions remain largely unanswered, adding to the enigma of the Sea Peoples. Their legacy persists not just as invaders and disruptors, but as catalysts of change, spurring the evolution of the ancient world. They are a testament to the dynamism and unpredictability of history, reminding us that the past is not always as clear-cut as it may seem. The Sea Peoples continue to intrigue historians and laymen alike with their enduring mysteries. The Sea Peoples, a mysterious group of seafarers, played a significant role in the history of the ancient Mediterranean. From their shadowy origins to their invasions and conflicts, their presence left an indelible mark on the civilizations they encountered. These maritime warriors, though elusive in identity, were instrumental in reshaping the landscape of the ancient world. Their impact, notably on the Hittite Empire and the broader eastern Mediterranean region, is a testament to their might and influence. Their role in the late Bronze Age collapse, while still a subject of debate, underscores the complexity of this period in history. The legacy they left behind, coupled with the enduring mysteries surrounding their exact origins and ultimate fate, continue to intrigue scholars and history enthusiasts alike. It's a narrative that reminds us how much of our past is still shrouded in mystery, waiting to be uncovered. The story of the Sea Peoples serves as a reminder of how much we still have to learn about our ancient past.